And we are back.
Just like that, we're back and we're moving into our first segment for the morning. Like we mentioned, we have a packed day for you. It's all about Women's Month. It gets started today. I'm a believer that we should have Women's Year. It should be all around the year, just like love. Just like that. But we've got representatives of the Belize Police Department. And how do they celebrate Women's Month within their department? In with us this morning, we have Christopher Noble, Senior Superintendent, Belize Police Department, right there in the middle. If you can't distinguish, has something wrong. We have Dehanne, Augustine, Superintendent, Belize Police Department, and also Ms. Hortence Hernandez, Inspector, Belize Police Department. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Belize.
All right, so Women's Month.
Women's Month, let's get it started. Yeah. So the National Women's Commission's theme for this month is embracing equity. And the Belize Police Department has taken up a notch and saying, okay, embracing equity, but also women embracing innovation and technology.
Exactly.
The stronger the woman, the stronger the nation. Tell us about the theme.
Usually every year, we would send out a message and ask female to come up with a theme. This year was no different. We sat around table and we just tweet to come and try to match the global theme. Yeah. So we just tweet that and make it for Belize. We were thinking, excuse me, we were thinking about innovation, but we are innovative. The head of the Comstat is managed by a female.
Okay.
When it comes to policing, you need technology. Yeah. That is the era we are in now. Yes. So we embrace that technology. Crime solving depends a lot on technology. So in the department, we likewise embrace technology. So we find the international team to run smoothly with our local team.
I want to get to the international team in terms of equity. How is the Belize Police Department embracing equity within the department? It's very important because you guys have been, you've done your part in terms of going out there and having to deal with the public. As a matter of fact, I think you still do that. And you meet a lot of women out there and you need to transcend that to them so they can become stronger women. But primarily it starts with the department. How is the department embracing equity?
I really wanted to wait until later on in the show to address the equity, but since you bring it up, let's embrace the equity.
Yes. How it's done?
This year, uniquely, we are celebrating the He for She. It's a United Nations initiative where men help assist women in their endeavor. Globally, it's a global thing. So the He for She is a gender equality. And we, this Sunday, will be awarding 2 men in the department who aid women in seeing their vision, embracing them in reaching their goals in the Belize Police Department.
Ms. Superintendent Noble was wondering why he's here. I feel like that answers your question, sir.
Well,
I'm not one of 2. I'm one of 1.
Okay, you're one of 1. But no, but I brought that up because one of the bigger, it's still one of the larger surrounding issues around women in the police force is that, we still have that culture of women should not be in this particular field.
And I will differ with you severely because without the support, it's a husband and wife kind of thing.
It is.
And our percentages have, since we started, the department is now, I think, around 30 to 40% female.
Wow.
So you have, like she said, or Comstat female, Ms. Dehanne here is the Commander Division 1, which is the hotbed, which is the, as you would know it, the south side of the city.
Okay, so it's a troublesome area is what they would refer to us.
She is in charge of the tougher area. And we've had women as deputies, and we know popularly the Miss Yolanda Murray, the Maureen Leslie's.
Yes.
And those were women who paved the way, or latest retiree, Mrs. Desiree Magdaleno.
Yes.
A deputy commissioner and a woman that was firm but fair.
Yeah.
So she took it to that level where we know, as men, we need to understand that it's not a man's world.
Yeah.
So for us, I'm in the middle and I'm outnumbered.
Yes.
So I accept.
Yeah.
No, but and I want to get to Dehanne about this. As a superintendent, and I'd like your perspective as well as an inspector within the Belize Police Department, which, of course, like Chris mentioned, dominant by males. What's your feeling? What's that feeling like for you with such rank?
As a female officer in this department for 32 years, there have been some challenges, but the male support is so much key, because as Mr. Noble have said, it's a husband and wife. When you have the support of another male going forward, you need the carrot and you need the stick. Because as human being, you may see, I as a female may see a situation differently from the male. Yeah. And when we go in the middle and then we make a decision, then we know that that decision is equally okay. So there is no biasness. So we need, the male need the female need the male.
Exactly. Because one of the things that you're going to get out of a situation is the emotional aspect of it, which is one of the most important. But let's get to inspector. What are your thoughts as an inspector within the Belize Police Department? How is that like for you as a female?
I wouldn't say the experience is all a bed of rose. I wouldn't say that. A female, you must work not twice, but thrice as hard to prove that you're capable. I have single-handedly managed the public relations office for somewhat like 4 going on 5 years. I have just recently, a little bit over a year, Mr. Airwood have been added to my area. I believe that the commissioner see the abilities and capabilities of an individual, and he then charge you with those responsibilities. The experience isn't easy, but I have taught myself that no matter what happens, I will never give up. I will not toil any less. And for anybody that is in the media group with us, know that I literally work 24/7. Whenever something happens, I respond. So it's not easy, but is it worthwhile? Yes, because I'm offering a service to the community who I serve.
Yeah.
It's worthwhile.
When training cadets, they first coming into the police academy, are the trainings the same level, the same playing field for
Yes.
both men and
Yes.
women?
The training for the cadets, they go through a recruit training just like any other police officer. However, upon leaving the training academy, they're placed in different management field area throughout the tenure of training. Their training is not done until after 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so they are put in key areas to understudy and to learn the processes of those offices.
Exactly. So I want to get to one of the very important that you made mention of, Chris, is you've got some of the female who actually rose to the rank. They're now out of the department, but you guys actually watched them, and they were your role models. What's it like for the younger female police officers coming up? I think we move away from the WPCs. They're not WPC anymore. They're police officers, just like the male. So what is it like bringing these young ladies up with the same mindset? What mindset?
When it coming on to, remember, we are taking people from the community into the department, and we're looking at technology. The generation, I hear the word millennium.
Millennial,
Millennial.
Gen
Yes,
Z.
yes.
I'm a millennial.
I am
Right.
millennial too.
81 to 96, somewhere around there.
So we see a different kind of personalities. We see different personalities because in reality, the training academy could never change your personality with the time that you're there. So we have to deal with these personalities, and we need to let them understand what's the vision of the police department, because being at training school doesn't give you your full training. It's out here. And it's not only doing police work, it's also knowing how to deal with people. And so some of them could be very rebellious, but again, it's the approach. And then we go right back again, the importance of having a female and having a male role model. Because my approach to a male officer may be different to the approach of a male to a male. And the same way a female officer, a male officer approaching a female may be different. So it's the approach. And we always have to remind them where we want to go, why we are doing this, why it is important. Because their behavior among themselves could be the same behavior that they will have out there to the community, making our work harder. So we're already at a level, we remind them that trust is something that the community sometimes rarely have. So don't let us, the hard work that we have put in already, go down. Understand where we have been and where we want to go.
Do we see more young girls applying to become police officers? What is that balance like?
Most definitely, a lot more female.
Okay.
But the balance is there. It's like Ms. Hortence said, it's the he for she movement, but you want it equal. But equally, I have the task of working with these females, and equally, whilst they may not be as challenging, it may be the male counterpart saying, you're favoring this one or you're favoring that one. It's not about reasons, it's about results. And if you go there to get results, the results are based on the public's understanding of what you go out there to do. And daily, our job is to go out there and serve. It is not because the commissioner says, it's how the department wants to go. And we're going out there to serve the same people that we may end up detaining and taking to court. But those people, it's either you understand and with our explanations, or you understand it legally. It's a balance that is, it's difficult at times, and like Ms. Dehanne said, it's very challenging. But in the little experience I have as a policeman, I can safely say that whilst it's difficult and it's challenging, it is when you can take it head on to move on. You know, if you can go through it, you can go through it. But for me, knowing the entire time, and working in different areas, I have had to understand more, because I have worked alongside and commanded. It's where I need to understand and they need to understand. The synergy is not for me to be above, it is for us to be on board. So looking at it this way, our events for this month will see us going to the community, for starters, inspection of females. And that was done in February, where there was an inspection. It was done in the division, and it was done simultaneous. They were, again, and we said it just now before we came in, there was a bit of challenge. But that challenge is not unsurmountable. It is a challenge that we can overcome easily based on information sharing. And sometimes because we're severely misinformed.
Miscommunication.
Then the challenge is one that may seem, I don't want to deal with this person. But because the person was miscommunicated with, as you said, or the information they got was not the one that was to have been given, or the manner in which it was given. So the confusions may be, but again, for us, for Women's Month, we want to take it where, and when I think the figure was upwards of 250, 300.
Female?
Just in Belize
Just
In the Belize district.
350.
350?
250.
No,
350.
350.
350.
Belize district.
Belize
district.
district.
Wow.
You're looking at almost a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
So
That's deep. That's what you said, though. Deep. Really
I mean, he brought up the events for this month, and I see that you have a long calendar of events. So let's take it day by day. You already started the inspections.
The inspections.
And then today you're doing your morning shows
Well-
and your media representation. Sir,
I was brought to the morning shows.
And so now that you've opened up what the police department
Calendar
will
of
be doing, the
activities,
calendar
yeah.
of activities, what's next?
Yeah, what's next? What's going to
going
be
on?
like? Yeah.
Well, tomorrow morning, we invite you guys to a health walk.
A health walk.
Belize district will be having their health walk tomorrow. However, we must mention that across the country, there will be health walks on different days.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll be having our health walk starting at 5 a.m. from the Marion Jones Sporting Complex. We encourage and invite the general public to come on out and join us. Free up yourself. Free up.
I like it.
We can see many people falling ill for various reasons. You want to eliminate that? Do something
Do
positive.
something. Get active.
And who knows, after tomorrow you will even start to do your own independent walks.
Yeah.
Exactly. So and that's tomorrow, Thursday. I could go to Friday. What's going to happen?
As the inspector have said, the entire country have different activities. So we have, so specifically to speak about Friday, our plan for Belize district is for Sunday, right? For Sunday. Countrywide, they will be having pampering, females will be pampering themselves countrywide. They will be having.
We don't get male pampering, sir. We don't get
I wanted
male
to touch that
pampering.
right away.
Wow.
Dehanne, continue.
We also have organizations who have also take time out to appreciate females. They'll be having dining with females in different parts of the country. We'll be having meet and greet. And this meet and greet has to do with meeting, going to children home, visiting the elderly, visiting police officers whose families who have lost their loved ones who are police officers. So there's a mixture of events happening countrywide.
Wow.
Yes, but nationally, on Sunday, we'll be having church service for the females.
Okay.
And again, with the support from the males, the officers, the male officers who are commanders, along with their deputies, will also be with us at church service nationally. That's a national event. Apart from that, Ms. Hernandez, we have other events.
What are some of the major events? Because we're pressed for time.
Yeah.
What would be some of the major events throughout the month?
So what I will be talking about is events countrywide.
Okay.
We will be having lectures at schools. We'll be doing presentations such as policing as a career, good touch, bad touch, bullying. We know that those are things that affect young people, bullying. And when it comes to policing as a career, I think that is the most sought after job right now.
Police?
Yes. Oh yes, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of applications every single year. So we will be going into school and educate the food farmers on that. And that will be happening across the country.
The symposium.
Yes, very importantly, we'll be having a symposium. Ms. Augustine will touch on the topic. The symposium will be happening across the country, the 4 different regions, and each region have 1 day to do the symposium. Self-defense training, Ms. Augustine said, pampering, female will be doing an R&R. Mr. Noble, for your information, these things are not funded by the police department. They're not. The day of pampering, these females go there and they make barbecue sale, pastry sale. Yes, they are raising their own funds to make these things materialize.
Shut that down. Right?
Yeah, so like, you know. And finally,
For the symposium, we'll be looking at the financial literacy. You know that with the economic times, when you could go and buy a nice jeans pantser, you have to go and buy something else that is more needed. Then we also, because of situation now, we have police officers with mental health. And you know, so with mental health is also a part of that. We also have technology, because sometimes technology is good, but sometimes it has the negative side of it.
Yeah.
And we also want to take the opportunity, though, to thank some of our donors, because some of the officers, yes, they do fundraisers, but we don't want to forget the persons who have assisted us to make Women's Month, the entire month of March, productive, because we get a little bit here and a little bit here, and that make up whatever plan we have. So we don't want to forget any donor, whichever donor that have assisted police officers countrywide. And we're using the word police officers, and I want to apologize because we also have civilian workers with us. They are invited to be a part of these activities. So I want to apologize before I get back
Everybody
to work.
can come.
Yes, I'm civilian and police officers. The donors who have been out there, we want to give you thanks for partnering with us so that we could make our month as productive as possible. And it's not only a festive month, but it's a month to remind us as women and to also thank the males that, you know what, we need each other, we need to go forward,
Exactly.
you know, so it's just onward.
All right, and final words,
Yes,
Inspector.
we have one key thing that is also happening for ED. The 16th of March, we will be having a sports day. A sports day had not happened in Belize district for quite many good years since Mr. Dawson was the regional commander. We will start off the sports day with
she was a
a
corporal, sorry.
Yes, Mr. Mubbe. We'll start it off with a relathon, a 5K, 5-member per team. So that's how we'll start off that sports day. 5 a.m. a relathon.
Wow.
So, Mr. Noble, you
16th
could
of
wake
March.
up at 5 a.m.
Again, you will wake up again.
Wake up
Oh,
again.
he
For some
supports.
strange reason, I will be tasked to do just that. But she did say the sports day, and I can recall clearly that was the day she was told that had been promoted to sergeant.
Oh, man. That's what I remember.
That is
Yes.
a while back.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's all about equity, and we keep talking about support from men and women working together. So that's why you're there.
Well, being chosen is by them. They have to live with the fact that I go to work and see me every day. So
Wow.
that is exactly
It's
it.
all
I thank
right.
them for that.
It's all right. This is all about supporting each other. We want to
Yes.
thank you guys for coming in. Really and truly appreciate what you guys have been doing for the country, the Belize Police Department. And it's a him for her, exactly what's going on here, because he is here for you guys.
By them.
All right.
Best of luck
Best
for
of
the
luck.
rest
Best
of your
of luck. Best of
activities
luck.
this month. And with that, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Belize Tax Service.
Yeah.
Pay. P-A-Y-E. We'll be right back. Stay with us.